All right, so there has been a whirlwind of activity related to the drone industry in the past couple of weeks, and things are changing rapidly. Leading up to December 22nd, we were all expecting DJI and Autel to be added to the FCC cover list. Instead, the FCC went much further. Then on January 7th, they came back with some major clarifications and carve-outs. So in today's video, we're going to get into both of these actions and talk about what changed, what didn't change, and what the actual rules of the road look like right now for the drone industry. So stick around and we'll get into it. So here's the clean version of what happened on December 22nd. The FCC updated its covered list to include drones and critical drone components that are produced in a foreign country, anywhere. And they explicitly framed it as a going forward restriction, meaning this only affects future models not already approved. And the most important sentence in this whole thing is this: this update does not impact your ability to keep using drones you already purchased or acquired, and it does not prevent retailers from continuing to sell, import, or market device models that were already authorized. The restrictions apply to new device models. Now, people get spun around on this word new. By new, this doesn't mean new to you. It means future models. If a drone was legal to import, sell, buy, and fly on December 21st, it's still legal to import, sell, buy, and fly today. But there will be no future generation models like a DJI T150 coming to the United States. So this was never intended to be a grounding action. It's a gate for what comes next. Then January 7th hits, and this is where everything became a bit more nuanced. The FCC says it received new determination from the Department of War that until January 1, 2027, two categories do not pose unacceptable risks and are exempt from the covered list restrictions until that time. The FCC did update the covered list to reflect that. Those two categories are, first, drones that are currently on the Blue UAS cleared list. Now, at a high level, this includes systems components that are already vetted and cleared for certain government use. Second, what they call domestic end products under the Federal Acquisition Regulation by American standard. So even though this only governs how federal agencies evaluate and buy supplies, they're using that as a standard benchmark for a covered list exemption. It basically means that if a drone is manufactured in the US and it meets the required domestic content test based on component cost, it will not be added to or not included into the covered list. And finally, they also introduced something that matters a lot for manufacturers who are in the process of building drones in the United States, which is a case-by-case pathway for conditional approvals. And those can be submitted by email to drones@fcc.gov, which then gets forwarded to the Department of War and DHS for evaluation. Now, there's another point of confusion the FCC is attempting to clear up in the January 7th ruling, which is what they mean by UAS critical components. It's a broad list that includes things like flight controllers, comms, navigations, sensors, cameras, batteries, and battery management systems, motors, plus the associated software. But they also made clear that, quote, no device now requires FCC equipment authorization that did not already require FCC equipment authorization. In other words, if a device didn't require FCC license before December 22nd, it won't require one now. There's still a lot of confusion about some of this, and things are happening in real time. But here's the operational takeaway. Number one, this is forward-looking. If a drone or critical component has already been authorized by the FCC, it can continue to be imported, sold, and used. Number two, the gate, so to speak, is about future models trying to enter the US market. And finally, between now and January 1st, 2027, the FCC's own update says that there are two carve-outs, the Blue UAS and the domestic end products, plus the pathway for case-by-case determinations. Now, I know this is all moving really fast, and we'll do our best to keep you updated with what's going on so you can make decisions without guessing. If this kind of breakdown helps, make sure that you subscribe, turn on notifications, and we'll keep posting updates as the FCC issues more guidance. Until then, as always, be safe, fly smart, and keep building.